Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. Yes, we are seeding the fields already. Got some wheat planting going on. Already got the first field done right over there with fertilizer and everything that we need to do. Hopefully, maybe, I can buy a fertilizer spreader here shortly. I don't know. I got other things I want to buy first, but getting another stage of fertilization in would be kind of key. The field I already seeded, and this one here is only going to have one stage in. The third field that we're going to be doing here very shortly, when we plowed the field, well, it wasn't a field, but when we plowed it and plowed the grass in, we got a stage of fertilization from that. So after I get done seeding it with wheat, we will have two stages in there. And hopefully no weeds again. That'll be pretty darn cool. While I'm on the topic of seeding and planting wheat, originally I said I'm going to plant wheat because the silo has a capacity of 200,000 liters, and I've been going on the way Farming Simulator has been since, well, ever since I've been playing it, since 13. So the silo capacity that we have is 200,000 liters. But from what I got told from Roger, left a comment in episodes, a couple episodes back, it's not like the previous versions of Farming Simulator. When the capacity says 200,000, that is the capacity. So let's just say I got 50,000 liters of barley in there. If I harvest 60, let's round this off and make it easier. Let's just say the silo holds 100,000 liters. It's only going to hold 100,000 liters, period. So if I had 50,000 liters of barley in there, and next season I harvest 60,000 liters of wheat, it's only going to be able to hold the 50,000 for a total of the 100,000, and it'll have 10,000 liters of wheat left over. That's what they said in the comment. So I haven't gotten that far. Hard to believe. 1 month into Farming Simulator, I have not harvested enough to fill up a silo. Now, it kind of sucks that it's that way, but you know what? I kind of like it's that way. Because, well, in all honesty, I mean, that silo there, if it is like the old style where it can hold 200,000 liters of each individual crop, that's a lot of crop. So, being just 200,000 liters in total, it does make you think more of what you need to do. Now, in reality, you won't be putting barley in the silo and then putting wheat on top of it. You'd have to put it in different silos. But, you know, we haven't gotten that far yet. So, but leave a comment below if you found out that this is true or not. Like I said, I'm just going on one comment. But it'd be nice to kind of prepare for ourselves. We're not going to have a problem with the grain silo for another year, because by the time we get to next year's harvest, the barley I got in there, I'll probably not have that much left, maybe 10,000 liters or so. And I do not expect to harvest 190,000 liters of wheat, but you never know. I will say this, as well as I've been planting the wheat, it looks really nice with no rocks in the field, doesn't it? This really does. So the job for today, obviously, we're planting wheat in our 3 fields that we have, and now I want to start to kind of get ready for the winter months, and also start prepping for what we're going to be doing here in the very near future of episodes. I'm not sure if I'm just going to, I don't want to say skip through winter, but there's not much to do around here for farming. It's not like I can do contracts. I don't have the money to build. And speaking of money, because someone else made a comment of like, while you own all the land, why don't you sell some of the land, get some money, then buy the land back later on. I don't want to do that because from the start, we did not actually buy the land. We just gave ourselves the land everywhere. So I don't want to profit off land by selling it. Oh, and also while I'm on the topic of that, I do got to check one message before. I don't want to give misinformation what field it is. So just give me 1 second. Alright, so I had to double check, so I didn't want to get the field wrong. But we're going to be talking about, not field 36, but I guess we can call it plot 36. So where is that on the map? Okay, so it's right here. Just south of, I guess, will be the starting point of if you're starting on New Farmer. So right here. So plot 36. Be aware of this. If you buy plot 36 and then you start putting placeable downs, not in plot 36, but say you just like say you did with like I did over here, put the placeables down over here, and you bought field 36, you will not be able to sell field 36 when you got placeables down anywhere on the map. Somehow it's a binding issue for placeables. Alien Jim was saying something on his Discord, kind of over my head, But I'll just tell you right now, just be careful. Once you buy field 36, you start putting placeable down, and say you try to sell field 36. Like I said, I don't care if the placeable is anywhere on the map. If you try to sell field 36, it's going to come up saying you can't because there's a placeable down on that plot. You will look at it 20 times over and say, no, there isn't. It's just a part of, I guess it's a binding. I think that's the center of the map, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't know. But apparently the center of the map is kind of like right here. And for some reason, when you put a placeable down, I guess it triangulates from the center. I have no idea. Let's just keep it simple. If you put a placeable down and you bought field 36 and you want to sell, this is only if you want to sell field 36. You won't be able to sell it until you get rid of all the placeables on the map. So just be aware of that. But usually I think in Farming Simulator, when you buy land, it's very rare that you go and sell it. Another question I've been asked, because a lot of people are just coming new to the channel and they're starting the series with episode 1, and I did mention on No Man's Land, there are collectibles on the map that has to go with the game console that's in the lovely little house you have there. And everyone's like, well, I haven't found one yet. I will say this. I have found them. I have not collected any of them, and they are on the map. And you're looking for game cartridges. They are on the map. I've seen them myself. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give it away where they are. But I mean, I guess if you really want to know, I guess I could tell you in a private DM or something like that where they are. But yeah, they're on the map. I've seen them. They're around. It took me a while to find the first one myself. So that's all I'm going to say about the collectibles, if you will. So going ahead here on our series here in No Man's Land, the next couple things we are going to put down. One would be the sawmill. That's going to cost 20 grand. The lime production for crushing our rocks, that is something that I will put down, but it's something we don't really need currently because you can only put lime down in the field before you seed it. So it's got to be no crop in the field to put lime down. So it's not a rush to put on down. So I think that lime production is like 10 grand. So when the money comes in, we'll have to see how it goes through the winter months. Obviously the furniture building is going to make furniture, and of course now we got the greenhouse to make whatever we feel like making, but we're making tomatoes. And of course we got the chickens making their lovely little eggs. And probably by the time midwinter rolls around, then it'll take 2 more months for them to actually have hatchlings. So somewhere around February or the first of spring, we should have double the amount of chickens in our chicken coop. But hopefully they got a good amount of eggs. Eggs do sell for a lovely little price. What do they actually sell for currently? Yeah, that's why right there. You know, $1,000 per. So that's going to be a nice little bit of an income for sure. So when spring rolls around, obviously we're going to try to expand. In the meantime, I'm going to be cutting down some more trees in here. When I mean in here, I mean this little forestry area in there. And what I'm trying to do, and it's kind of hard to build as you go along, but I want to cut down trees and just build a farm inside the forest area. I'm going to start leaving the boundary of the forest area up, the trees up, and kind of like build a farm inside the trees, if you will. I do want to put down the other trees like elms, oaks, and I think maples are the 3 trees. So when fall comes, we get a little bit of color inside these trees. But overall, that's what I'm kind of shooting for. But it's just going to take a little bit longer for us to get the money really rolling in. As for the wood chips in the furniture factory, I did some research and I didn't see anyone showing me how to manually take the wood chips out and sell them. Yes, I think I did show it. Hopefully I did show it. But obviously you can go in the production buildings menu, go on wood chips and distribute or sell. Now, I don't know if anyone's done a test since the update of 1.2, but before the update, it would cost you, or you would lose, like 35% of the sale if you sold directly from your production building. So, I mean, like I said, it's wood chips. They're not worth that much. So if there's no way to get the wood chips out, I can just, you know, if it gets full and it stops production, we'll just go ahead and sell them directly and take a little bit of a hit on what we have for wood chips. The good news is I think I'm going to be able to finish this field here with the seed and fertilizer that we got in the farm. The fertilizer I have in the drill, that's all I have. The seed, I still got a bag of seed. I brought that already outside to, so I thought I was going to fill up a lot quicker than this, but so far so good. And I do like all the helps and hints that you guys been giving me on the series. I know some people say, well, why don't I just go around and you got grass everywhere and make silage everywhere? I don't want to get into that right away, just because at some point we'll be making silage anyways. So I don't want to be just going around because we got grass everywhere and just collect silage and make silage. It will be kind of expensive, but yeah, I would make my money back kind of quickly. I mean, I could just put a mower on the front of the T6. I could put a loading wagon on the back and make a silo bunker. And then we just have to compact it. Then we got ourselves silage. Then I would have to find a way. I'd probably buy a belt to load up a trailer and sell the silage. Actually, I don't even know how much silage is even going for. Silage right here. What is silage going for? So, the problem I always had with silage, when I really started getting the Farming Simulator, which was back in the 2015 edition, silage was like the way to go. And it seems like every version of Farming Simulator since then, the base price of silage is coming down, coming down, coming down. So every time I see that price, it doesn't look that good. But yeah, I do agree. There's grass everywhere. We can go around with a mower and a loading wagon, fill up a silo, a bunker, and just compact it and start selling silage to our heart's content and bring in a whole bunch of cash. But I'm still trying to, every time I'm on the map, I'm still sitting here trying to think, I got a picture of the farm the way I want it to kind of look as I go along, but it's kind of hard to when you got trees in the way. So I gotta get back to cutting some trees. And I'm thinking the next placeable we put down for profit would be the sheep. But then again, that sheep pen is a lot more expensive than I thought it was. It's like $100 grand for the large sheep pen. I mean, if we're gonna put down pastures and pens and whatnot, we might as well go for the biggest one, because we're gonna be here for a while. And the reason why I'm saying that is I want to have every production building down, so we're making everything ourselves. I mean, we're talking even sugar beet harvesting to make sugar, because I want to make sugar because I want to make chocolate bars and also be able to make cakes and all that kind of fun stuff. This is why I like this map in 19, because it's just, I mean, yes, there are other maps out there like it. Well, I shouldn't say like it. There are other maps out there that are just, I don't want to say an empty map, but it allows you to be creative yourself, put down the farm wherever you want, build everything where you want. But yeah, I love this map in 19, as we did a storyline there. But now at least this time, I can freely go about without actually having a storyline, but kind of role play a little bit here. That's why we got the supermarket down already. All the workers at the furniture factory are happy the supermarket's here because they can buy groceries to and from work. But pretty soon we'll be putting down more production buildings ourselves. Like I said, the sawmill. We'll be making some planks. Oh, and that does bring me, well, I'm thinking about production buildings as well, because I see a lot of comments. The no handcuffs mod, I don't believe is compatible with consoles. And as far as I know, last time I spoke to Epideth, he was unsure if he was going to bring the mod to Giants. So far, the only place I know where you can get that mod is in the link in the description below. And I do believe it's for PC only still. I haven't spoken to Epideth in a while, so maybe I'll send him an email just to see if he plans on bringing it to the Giants Mod Hub. I mean, if you guys are sitting here and listening to the video like, I want to get my hands on that, link to the description below is down there to get yourself the No Handcuffs mod. But it's for PC only, I believe. I wonder if I'm going to have to get more seed or not. I may be able to finish this whole field as is. Oh, and I actually got a comment from, yeah, I don't have your name up here, but if you're the farmer that mentioned this, because I mentioned it last time I was seeding and harvesting, that, we're leasing equipment, we don't care if we damage it or not. Yeah, in real life, if you lease equipment and you damage it, yes, you do pay for the damage. on the equipment that you lease. Which I didn't know that, but in Farming Simulator 22, it's not a thing. So leave the rocks in the field. And someone else did say, though, they did do a test, or they saw someone do a test with rocks in the field, and they lost 5% yield on the field. Now, that could actually be very true, because when your equipment takes damage in Farming Simulator, at least the way it was in 19, so like if you're harvesting, the more damage your header had on it, the least productive it was. So as you go along harvesting and you're hitting rocks and your header gets worse and worse and worse, it's not going to yield as well. So having rocks in the field, yeah, it's probably going to hurt your yield somewhat. I guess it depends on how big of a field you have as well. We are all set, and all of our fields are done. Oh, and someone else did ask a question because when we lease the rock picker, what happens if I return the rock picker with rocks in it? Now, I haven't done so yet in 19. Sorry, I haven't done it yet so in 22. But in 19, when you return something with crop in it or whatever, usually you got the money's worth from it. So what we're going to do here, because I got a little bit of fertilizer here and some seed here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to return the drill as is, because this is leased, and it's going to give me, I don't know, I would assume it's just going to give me an option of, do I want to sell or do I want to unload? Let's go ahead and return it, see what happens here. Okay, and well, it just took it all. So, yep, I didn't get no money for it. So when I returned it, it just took it all. So maybe the same thing with the rock picker. If I return it with all the rocks in it, it would just take the rock picker back, and left me with no money for the rocks or anything. All right, so harvest is done, and now I'm just going to back on up here to get our lovely trailer. Is that close enough? Oh, it is close enough. Perfect. And yeah, I've been told by a few people as well, because I'm getting ready to use it, the chainsaw bug issue is not, apparently it's everywhere. It doesn't matter what map you're on. People say I'm only playing in Elm Creek, I got that problem. And of course the other maps, I can't remember the name of the other maps right now, so drawing a blank, like I always do. I'm just trying to figure out my path of least resistance here, where I'm trying to go. It looks like I was trying to go this way. So, I'm just going to go nuts here and just start cutting down a whole bunch of trees. Yeah, the chainsaw thing, I think I got pretty well taken care of, except for I had to change my key bindings for my manual attach, because I hit this button, what used to be my manual attach, and it activates my chainsaw. I go into my key bindings for that key, it's not even there, so I'm not really sure what's going on with the chainsaw. It's when they came out with the new patch 1.2, it seemed like that's when that came along. I just rebound my keys for the manual attach, and I don't have the issue with the chainsaw. How did that get left up there? There we go. So yeah, I'm going to try to, let's see, where's that chicken coop? Over there. So I'm actually trying to go this way. I want to go that way. I want to put down a shed in here for the equipment, because like I said, we're going to have a lot of equipment. Because I like buying my equipment. I don't like leasing it, even though it's probably not worth buying some of the equipment that I have done in the past. It's probably better to lease it. Kind of like on Elm Creek when I did the math. I'm like, you know what, I could have leased that olive harvester 20 times before I would have paid for it in full, but I went ahead and bought it anyways. I'm not one for leasing equipment, but in this series here, I'm leasing it quite a bit. There's been a couple times where I kind of forgot to return it before midnight and had to pay another leasing fee for the day. So all these trees here, I'm just getting ready, because with nothing else left to do here currently, I want to make sure the furniture shop has plenty of wood into it, so when I start skipping the months by, I don't have to come out here and gather some wood. But I would like to, probably with the next amount of money that we get, depends on if anything comes up for sale in the store that I might want, the sawmill will be the next thing that goes up. And that does remind me, I got a couple trees down there I need to go cut so I can place the sawmill down where we want it to be. And that way the sawmill can go ahead and make planks, and I should get more bang for my buck at the furniture store called Have a Seat. And we should be able to get more furniture for the amount of wood that we're cutting down. Plus, it also gives me something else to sell. So say the furniture store is not going through the planks as much, but the sawmill is picking out planks really, really fast. I can sell planks as well. So basically what I'm doing here, like I said, I want to keep the outer edge of the forest area kind of up. Now if we go to the map, I don't know if it really shows it too well on the map. I haven't looked at it too well. Oh wow, this is a big forest area, isn't it? Yeah, so I want the farm to be like inside the forest area itself. And all of our farmland kind of around here-ish. I think I originally said the 3x3 here. But when I started thinking about it, if I got to plant sugar beet, olives, well not olives, grapes will probably be something. I mean, olives I could do, but the only thing I can do with the olives is make olive oil. I wish they would take that production of oil to go to the bakery, because I think the bakery would like to have some oil to be cooking with. That's just my opinion there. I don't know why they didn't go that route, but who knows? Maybe they'll change things in the future. That's the good thing about games nowadays. I'm going to show my age here just a little bit, but way back in the day when we got games, just went to the store, bought a cartridge, and there were no game updates as you went along, so you bought the game as is. But nowadays, you can buy a game, and if there's problems, they fix them. If they want to add stuff, you just got to download it. How things have changed. But I hope they kind of change that. Oh, and also while we're cutting down trees, 'cause I'm seeing a lot of people on Discord as well saying there's a bug on No Man's Land with the trees, the lumber. I had that problem on Elm Creek, and I did read in the patch notes for Farming Simulator to where they're aware of the problem. So if you were around, I don't know what episode it was in Elm Creek, but I cut down a tree and the graphics just went haywire with it. That is still a thing in Farming Simulator. It's not a problem with the map. It's apparently the whole forestry industry in Farming Simulator 22 has got problems with a bug chainsaw and trees going all wonky on people. So far, I'm gonna kick myself here for saying it. We've been kind of lucky with the trees here on No Man's Land. I haven't had any issues yet, but that's all subject to change. I'm just cutting down trees everywhere, not early, just talking to you guys and cutting down some trees. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to cut down 2 more. And then the whole process of cutting up the trees and bringing them over to the furniture shop. I'll do that off camera because that can take a while. It gets frustrating because I'm putting logs in the back of the trailer, and sometimes they bounce and fly about. And then Peanut says a bad word because he did all that work to get them in there, and then they fly out. And Peanut does not want to say bad words in the video, so I'll do that off camera. Am I crouching too low for this to cut those limbs off? See, I said something about the trees. Yeah, I'm probably crouching too low. There we go. Do the little crouch stance to try to get all the limbs off. Let's get a little janky with the chainsaw. Is 1 wood to get rid of the limbs. Spam the left mouse button. That'll do it. There we go. There we go. And 1 more tree I want to get here. I don't know why this tree has You know, it says it wants to come down, so we'll take care of it. So we'll probably do next episode is I'll bring you guys back. It'll probably be like the month of October. And we'll just kind of go through month by month, which is one day at a time. We'll go to bed, wake up, see what the store has for sale. If need be, the production buildings will go take out the crates and move them aside. I'm not going to sell furniture because the furniture in the winter months, those prices really suck. The greenhouse should be fine because that can hold and store a lot. The chickens should be fine as well. I can move those pallets, I think by hand, right? I think so. I think those pallets are not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Yeah, that's looking all right. Let's go ahead and get the drone up so we can kind of see what it looks like from above. Kind of like what we're doing here. Yeah, that's not too bad. So I want to kind of like put a shed in kind of like maybe over here-ish where I'm doing the circle. So I got to take out all those trees there. I mean, we don't have enough equipment right now to put it there, but I want to be prepared for it. And I want to make sure I got enough trees cut down and enough stumps here. So when I do rent the tree mulcher and I take out the stumps, then we will be good to go. And I have enough to do so to get rid of them all. That's for darn sure. But you can see the forest area is rather large. Yeah, maybe it's not as large as I thought. It looks pretty large on the map here. The hills, though, I got to be careful about the hills, meaning I don't want to put a field on the hills because that would require our tractor to have a lot more horsepower to haul and use a seed drill to go up and down the hills and whatnot. So try to keep on the flat. Maybe that could be like grassland to where in the future we make hay for the cows and whatnot. So who knows? A long ways to go here for sure, but we are making progress. Things are looking good. Yeah, so how much do I got left in here? So yeah, this silo can hold 200,000 liters total, not 200,000 liters per each grain type. So if you have tested that yourself and found out that to be true, just leave a comment below. Like I said, I'm going by one comment that they said, so hopefully it's correct. And they were trying to prepare me because they know I was switching crops, thinking I'm going to get away with just putting 200,000 liters of each crop in there, which I was trying to. I thought I was going to. Obviously, not much has gone on with everything else around for production buildings because we're still in the month of September. Although I did have the greenhouse almost full of. No, I didn't want to hit tab. I wanted to go in here and go to production buildings and go to here. Yeah, so I got it topped off with water. Tomatoes were doing fine. So yeah, on have a seat. Like I said, I could take the wood chips and put that out onto selling straight up, but we're going to head and just store it just to see. So I got about 14,000 liters of wood, but I'm pretty sure once I bring all there, I'll probably have like maybe 40,000 liters of wood. Who knows? I'll have to wait and see. But I'll take care of that in between episodes. And like I said, next episode, we're probably going to be jumping from day to day, and we'll be checking this page here a lot. Ooh, a pace setter. Seems kind of small on how many liters it holds. But like I said, that's also distant future stuff. Another tractor would be nice, like I said, so I can, like in the future, if I do like rock picking, whatever, I can actually hire a worker, aka Frank, to get in the fields and work while we're doing something else. But my farm's not big enough to hire another worker currently at the stage that we're in. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.